Ooh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe J. Bo's Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
This is a full spoilers review of the first season, or possibly the only season of The Penguin, HBO Max. We're going to talk about the finale a lot and the whole season, and about Matt Reeves' Batman movie and the future of this universe. You have been warned for spoilers. Here we go. Yo, man, I got to say, this was a really dark tale. A dark tale of a delusional man able to bend the world to its delusion and trap everybody around his hell. And it was really a very, 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 very tragic story.
You know how we talked about how this was going to end at the beginning of our reviews? And we were kind of concerned whether the show could keep up the bang. I think, personally, I think it did. Okay. I really loved the ending. I think this was a great way to wrap up the story. And like you said, it's very dark. And in the early stage of the season, we kind of felt that dark foreshadow that something tragic is waiting, and we see a lot of like answers to a lot of those questions we had in the beginning of the season.
Oh, what's up, Zezzy? Oh my God, when did you start? Oh, we started 30 minutes early today, Zezzy.
Just now.
So we already did a review of Gladiator 2, and then we're moving on to Penguin. Sorry, Zezzy. Sorry, Won-Jin. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
And overall, the season was very tightly packed. And I think it has just the right number of episodes. I don't think this needs like an extra episode. I don't think we need to take out an episode. This thing, I think it was just right for me.
I mean, it was if I'm being cynical, it's like 6 seasons of Sopranos condensed into one. Except, but I also love how it fused a lot of different genres, and because we were expecting a gangster superhero genre, I liked how it really went into dark places, like psychologically. Yeah. And I thought the movie, I want to give the showrunner really like hot praise, because this was very faithful to the Matt Reeves universe in the first movie. So here, at the end of the movie, I felt like Gotham again is the main character. Here, everyone is trapped in this hell called Gotham. And the only surprise for me was Sophia not dying, because I did kind of expect. Remember, we predicted that the mother was gonna say something nasty to Colin Farrell, and
we had a lot of like theories on how the mother is gonna leave the show.
The only surprise there was that I thought she was gonna die, but this. I love how the showrunner decided to keep that hellish vision, because one of like the final scene was really disturbing, because this was like watching Goodfellas on fast forward too, because you know how in the Goodfellas we're laughing with the gangsters until we see how horrible they are. Here, I started liking Oz first and feeling really sorry for him. By the end, I was like, Batman, where are you?
Shit. Yo, kill this motherfucker.
Yo, stop on this motherfucker. drop him out of the building. The ending, I told you nobody was going to die, and they're going to end up. No, but Zezzy, you were wrong. Victor died. And when Victor died, the Penguin makes this disturbing face of crying and smiling at the same time. And remember, this Won-Jin, I want to add on to what you said about this being a perfect size. Everything comes full circle here. Because remember how when Penguin first met Victor, he looks at the ID and then say, "Oh, you're Victor," and then. I thought that was a human thing for him to do. Like, by the end of this series, it's reversed. He looks at it and just throws it away.
That's right.
You are nothing. And even Eve, like the prostitute, she was a really well-written character, too, because she get that monologue. Yeah. And then I felt like like I'm not even gonna criticize her. Here it's about this evil place called Gotham, and even within Gotham there's an eviler place where these people dwell, and there everything is dark gray, and Penguin is a demon. Penguin is a devil because his superpower is like a super luck. And his like sweet tongue, always enticing,
and no conscience.
Yeah. Well, he is a side character. He doesn't matter, and he even takes Victor's money away. Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, or maybe because
I wasn't supposed to laugh, but yeah, that was funny.
No, I thought that was just to make it look like a robbery, and because if you kill without stealing, But I also love how. And Sophia's death is, not her end is also poetic. Because, she is punished by the one thing she doesn't want, but Sophia is not a good person too. She's a complete villain.
When she was like closing her eyes, waiting for that gunshot, that moment I kind of knew that she was not gonna die.
Okay,
she was gonna suffer even worse.
Yeah,
and I was like, the moment the police sirens are heard, I was thinking, oh my gosh, is she going back to Arkham? Because that would be worse than dying for her.
Yeah, but Sophia is still not she's still not a good character, because one of the best scenes of the finale is when she burns the mansion and she's smiling in the fire. That reminded me a lot of the scene where Penguin burns the Maronis. And like there's this association with the devil here.
Yeah.
That's really well done. And Sophia is, here's the thing. If you're a criminal, you are punished for trying to be free. There's no being free. You're all trapped here.
And remember, we talked about this last time. She did have a chance to leave. And I'm pretty sure she could have left had she not had she not chosen to
be
see
obsessed.
Oz suffer.
Right.
That's why she's back in that hell.
And it brings, that was also a great like literary device, because anybody who tries to kill Penguin is punished. Even Maroni.
Yeah.
Like, so that shows me how evil he is. Anybody who touches Penguin, whether in a positive way or negative, there is no positive way. They all try to kill him. Is severely punished. This is like a devil. Like even the mother, her tears, like I love how like the mother and Penguin's relationship is my favorite part, because remember in the last podcast we talked about how in the beginning we thought she was Tony Soprano's mother.
Yeah.
But no, because
I'm so glad that they didn't go that way.
Yeah. Anybody who is around Penguin is in a prison. It turns out and Penguin is a very sociopathic, because it turns out her keeping her mother in a different location was not really about her safety in the first place. It was about keeping her for himself. The selfish, even the prior scenes, it all changes now.
Yeah.
Him telling Victor not to mention Jack wasn't really about caring about her mother's mental ability. It was about getting jealous.
That's right.
Of Victor taking away the love.
Yeah. Don't make her nostalgic about my dead brothers.
Yeah. So here, one of the best scenes is when I hate you, and Penguin makes.
I've always hated you.
No, but Colin Farrell is an Academy Award like caliber actor, because the twinkle in his eye, I felt like it was like we as the audience were like, he knows. Yet he's like the word the scene is great because the word coming out of his mouth and his face are totally different. Yeah.
And that's what makes us feel disturbed.
Yeah.
And he was doing such a great job at this.
Yeah, then he's as soon as he hears something he doesn't want, he changes his reality. And I love how Sophia is frustrated. Tell the truth. Holy fucking shit, you psychos.
You would have let us like cut off her finger.
Yeah. Also, that damn psychiatrist serving that letter at the end. Oh, I hate that character.
Why is that psychiatrist back at work?
I don't know.
I hate that guy.
No, the problem is he was so underwritten. Like I could understand what was happening with him. He was almost like a story device. There's the wonderful moment when Oz was a kid and managed to manipulate his mom into not letting him go with that guy. Yeah, I mean,
but I think he didn't know that he was supposed to be killed that day, but instinctively he knew that maybe he had to persuade his mother because he could feel her kind of feeling like distant.
Yeah, it was just
it's what he does best.
No, the Oz is really good at mimicking human behavior. But that scene is sad because that mother actor deserves an Emmy, I feel like, because
she was so great in this show.
When the kid Oz says, "Mom, I know you missed him too. I missed him too," and he casually looks back at the stage, the mother is in that 30 seconds. She's conflicted, whether to kill the son of a bitch or my son. And I love the theme of not being able to kill the one thing you love. And because remember, love killed Salvatore Moroni. And what's up? Hey guys, sorry Trish and I just finished watching Cobra season. Yo, it was incredible, huh? Has there been any word on the Joker appearing yet? No, Joker did not appear here, but Catwoman makes a sort of a cameo.
Yeah, and then the bat signal.
Yeah, I love the Catwoman music turning in and Sophia smiling. That's why me and Won-Jin, we were originally going to title this like a Falcon with a cat jumping on a penguin. Like, I can almost imagine a cat, and a falcon stomping penguin's ass. Yeah. And even in the scene, like, I thought it was kind of a hint of what Batman 2 is going to be about. Because what I love about Penguin as a villain is he's a parasite about to like invade into the system. So I think he's gonna follow the comic book line of actually becoming a mayor, just like Tim Burton's Penguin 2. And I think that will be an interesting theme for Batman 2, because Batman 1 was also about fighting the system.
And I also gotta mention that Batman 1 also dealt with a lot of these like psychological instabilities. There's a lot of that theme even in the Batman movie. And I like how we mentioned this in the beginning of the season, how this world of Gotham is portrayed, how it is so consistent with what we saw from the movie. It's always grim, it's all gloomy. Not just that, now that we see how this show was not just about like gangster shit, this was all about like the psychological, the trauma and the mother and the son relationship and all these things. So it is also thematically kind of consistent with what we saw from Matt Reeves' Batman.
And the important thing is Gotham is doing it to these people. And one of the scariest scene, why Victor's, and one of the reasons why Penguin is so despicable compared to Sophia, they're both mass murderers, is because Sophia is at least not a hypocrite. Sophia is not a hypocrite at all. And she's very frustrated with Penguin because she accepts her truth.
He doesn't. Even as his mother is getting her finger chopped off.
And the scary reason why when he kills Victor, it's even more scary is because remember in the car scene, Sophia mockingly calls him man of the people. It's really a commentary about how people in power don't really care about the downtrodden people. And the reason, because remember, he incites those gangsters to kill their boss. Because he says, he tells Sophia, you don't understand people like me. And Sophia retorts, I don't I? And we as an audience know that while Sophia did live a privileged life, she was also victimized by the system. And she's also a woman, and that doesn't help.
And Penguin also, before she said, don't I? He was talking about like the family relationship.
No, but Sophia, from what we saw in the series, she also had it horribly bad. So, but Penguin is talking about social class, I thought. And she did come from a rich family, but she did suffer. But the reason why I'm calling that hypocrisy is because Penguin kills Victor. Remember in this finale, Victor emulates Penguin when he tries to motivate the gangsters.
Yeah. And he also does that motivational speech in front of Penguin, and Penguin kind of laughs. It's like, did you practice that?
Yeah.
He kind of likes it.
No, but he kills him anyway. And he kills him in a way where it's hypocritical because you were also the downtrodden. And then remember it was Oz who told Victor to dream big, think big. And then you kill him and he says, family is a weakness. And then because through Victor's killing, we can know that he actually was hurt by Mother's comment. And I love Sophia's line to him too. Did your mother tell you she loves you yet? Bitch. And Penguin never gets that respite. That's why he has to have Eve dress up.
And reassure him that the mother's proud of him.
Yeah. And it's the reason why that's sad is that's not even real. Yeah, he kills Victor because he's too close to something that he would call a family. Yeah. Skywalker, Jenna Joe, you guys Cobra Cry? Okay. Yeah, so that was horrible. That's why. And you know what was horrible about it too? The way he kills Victor. It's not a gunshot.
Yeah,
it's
was
a hugging,
very, very intimate.
Very personal.
Yeah, personal.
Hugging and choking.
And choking.
Yeah. And then he's smiling and crying at the same time.
I don't think he was even crying. I mean, it's just like what he did with Maroney's dude when he was captured and brought to Sophia's mansion.
Getting a hard-on while doing some evil
and he's like,
shit.
change of plans.
Yeah.
At first, he seemed to be worried about the guy, and he's like, change of plan. And he just like straight up murders him.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Victor, I guess. So maybe that was also like a hint of what he might do.
Oh, Skywalker, Penguin or Joker? I thought they were presented in a very different way. You know, the biggest difference between Joker and Penguin here is Penguin is just a straight up selfish guy. Very selfish.
And
like,
I love how he talks about like everything was for you to the mother, and we know that it is all a lie. Everything was for himself.
Oh, Zezzy, the grade we gave Gladiator to is 6.5 because Won-Jin gave a 6 and I gave it a 7 because I enjoyed it more than Won-Jin. We thought it was Ridley Scott saying, "Fuck it, are you not entertained? Now go fuck, now go fuck off." That's what.
Wait for my next movie.
Yeah, this is a movie, bitch. That's what he said to the audiences. As he said, "I'm gonna make movie until I'm 105 or 200." Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let me digress just for a second.
What's up?
In the interview, Ridley Scott talks about his mother, and he said, the best thing about my mother is like before she died, she grabbed Ridley's hand and said, "This is ridiculous," and she died.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
I would have loved to met his mother. I think she's a badass.
Yeah. British humor at its finest. But anyway, back to Penguin. So the scenes were great. And another thing why I knew Sophia was gonna lose is in a gangster film, never go to the airport, okay? You never get to get on the plane.
Yeah, don't meet at the airport.
Yeah, never, ever. Oh, another small scene I did love was when the corrupt cop is shot so casually and quickly.
After, like, while he was doing drugs.
Yeah, that was an unexpected happy scene for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, overall a very, very symbolism rich, psychology rich. And we are all killed by the thing we love and hate.
Yeah.
And we dig our own graves.
And I'm surprised by the depth they went into to tell us the story about the Penguin.
I mean, and you know, Penguin is such a great opposite to Batman now because even in Matt Reeves, he's also psychologically damaged, but he's a rich person doing something selfless. And here, Penguin is a poor person doing something completely selfish. And back to Scott Walker's comment, I think that makes Penguin particularly disgusting for us. Because, you know, we love villains that are like Thanos. Because, you know, for example, in Avengers, he's presented almost as noble because he's committing evil not for selfish reasons, but for what he believed for the greater good. Here, Penguin is...
Oh, and he also commands more respect from us because he actually did achieve his goal and he went back to farming after letting it all go.
Well, here Penguin does achieve his goal of going to the top. Remember, this is a symbolism, again, because he's in the tunnel. That tunnel blows up and he ends up at the highest building in Gotham. So it's a penguin with wings. It's almost like Lucifer's story where he falls down first and then
rises.
Yeah, rises and beats God. Except God is higher. God is called Batman. When Eve says, "Nothing can stand you way down," and then no, listen. I can't wait to see Penguin's face when it's like PTSD, where the car chase scene happens again.
I got you.
He's like, "Ah, shit!" And then like he's all in this tuxedo and looking fancy, but he's about to get butt fucked. Seriously, Penguin was well made by Fight. Yeah, we agree. I would love to see a gang war between the Joker and the Penguin. Do you think that? Yeah, that would be amazing TV series, Walker.
And you mentioned Thanos for being an interesting villain, and I think Joker is in my opinion, a more attractive villain than the Penguin, because like we just said, Penguin, he's just so selfish, despicable. Yet Joker, he basically represents this chaos. There's no reason with him.
Well, at least in Christopher Nolan's version.
Yeah.
But I think they're both attractive, I would say. But I'm just saying, like, we have a particular hate for Penguin because of how selfish he is. Like, he's not somebody who's trying to cure the system of Gotham. He's trying to take advantage of it. And, you know, but in his defense, though, we've seen the people around him, right?
Yeah.
Like Falcone, Maroni, the gangs. I think we said this last time in the podcast. I mean, don't try to be good. You are a product of your environment, and your product in Penguin's environment, you have to be an evil bastard.
And, you know, if we look at our own history in the real world, it makes sense because, you know, think about the dictators of modern history. Those who went soft, they all lost power and they died. Look at what's his name, Gaddafi. You know, he was trying to get close to the West, and he got soft. He stopped torturing people, and then he gets beaten to death in the streets.
And here, but the difference is, Penguin, despite everything he loses, right, his mother or his Victor, like, one of the things why this is scary is it seems like he doesn't care. And that's the evil part of him, because like he's so ready to believe his own delusions, and it doesn't matter. And you can't even negotiate with him, because when the mother drops the tear, like we as an audience know that she's sad, but he's like, I know, you're so happy. And then, like he's not even bullshitting. Like I mean, he is, but he's so mind fucked that he can just call it real. And that's the scary part. Would you guys consider the Joker and the Penguin's friends or enemies? Well, they're always presented as like allies out of necessities in the comics sometimes. And makes Mom dreams come true by getting her the apartment Daddy promised. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure all she wanted was like a happy life with her boys.
No, but Won-Jin, remember you mentioned it? This finale answers, remember your question was, will Penguin keep her his promise to her of ending her life? Because she said that she doesn't want this to happen. Yeah, she wants to die.
She did not want the indignity.
And so again, this is another selfish act, because he's keeping her mother alive directly against her wishes for his selfish need to keep this person as a figure that loves him. And it's not even pure love. It's like, you need to admire me. And it reminded me a lot of Sophia's line with Eve in episode 4, was it? Do you say sweet nothings to him? You're great, you're amazing. So it kind of shows how shallow Penguin is. Penguin is a very shallow individual. Even with his tuxedo and a cane and this high-rise apartment, he's nothing, at least to Sophia's eyes. And Sophia, despite being first of all, she's a complete criminal, okay? She's not an anti-villain, she's a villain. But she's more understandable because her pain and her desires are actually more relatable to us.
Yeah, that's right.
Except because she was born in a gangster family, she has to clip all of them. But in real life,
do some extra gangster shit.
Yeah, because in our life too.
But Penguin, that's some monster shit. That was not a gangster shit. That was monster shit.
Yeah.
Like they mention all the time. I think Sophia, before Penguin leaves her to be arrested by the cops, I think she says, "You've always been a monster."
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I mean, that's the first time she says it directly. And I think she is horrified by Penguin too, because she, like us, assumed that it was the mother's fault. But it turns out, no, it was actually Penguin being an original devil child. And
let's mention like that amazing flashback in the beginning of the episode. I thought it was done like particularly well. You know, when that psychiatrist guy was using the red light shit in the previous episode, we were kind of wondering what the hell was going on. I love how they depicted this. Like it was, what are those called? Like you hypnotize people.
Yeah, doing a time jump, and she's in her younger body.
Yeah,
and
the mirror like shows flashback. It. I love how it was done, and I love the way they show us how they got information about the Penguin's past.
He's in a relationship with his mom because he was jealous. He's always had these romantic feelings for her. But in Penguin's defense, though, unlike Oedipus, he didn't actually fuck his mother. Like in Oedipus, actually bangs his mother. You know, I said I hate repeating myself about this, a gangland war between the Joker and the Penguin. Would you guys like to see for that happen? Would you? Walker, we already answered that. We already told you that we would love to see that. A gangland war between criminals. Of course, we're gonna watch it. No, Walker, we always answer this question, Walker. I think you missed it. Me and Won-Jin, we always say we want to see that. It just depends on how they execute it.
Yeah. And completely putting Batman out of the picture and setting these gangs up against each other, that would be a very interesting film.
No, but here I do hope. I do wonder like how this gangster confederation under Penguin will react to Batman, because that'll be interesting. Because I don't think Batman ever, at least in the Matt Reeves universe, had a foe like this. Because Penguin is now the king of gangsters in Gotham. So I wonder how Batman is going to solve this. Like, it'll be wonderful if he finds out Penguin, the mayor, is actually behind them and stuff like that. That'll be interesting, like, along the line of what, Walker, you are saying. Because I would love to see Batman do more political shit like that. Getting the gangs against each other, betraying Penguin or stuff like that. That would be
also a quite refreshing take on Batman. Just like what we saw from the Rings of Power. You know, we got to see Sauron up close, how he manipulates people.
Yeah.
Imagine Batman was a genius in that field as well.
His mom was not romantically attracted to Oz. Well, in Oedipus Rex, like, Oedipus's mother doesn't know. I mean, okay, that's going into some deep psychological stuff. But anyway, oh man, overall that was a great finale.
This was a great show. I hope to see this get nominated for not just an Emmy, but Emmys.
Yeah, so let's give a number grade, my man.
I would give this entire season a 9.
9.
Yeah, I would give it a 9. It would have been a 10 if Batman showed up and remind us how insignificant the Penguin is.
I disagree.
Cockroach.
No, but don't you think it was just the right amount because of the bat signal and Cat's letter?
But, you know, since after all, this is still based on the comic universe, we need something that is comic-like.
Okay. No, but my more favorite, like, my more interest is, like, I wish there was a team up between Selina and Sophia now. Because they both have this dark father figure.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Gamora and what's the other adopted sister of Nebula from the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy. They both have this like a horrible father. Why a 9 and not a 10? She asked you, Zezzy. Like Zezzy asked.
I just answered. Yeah. If it had like a Batman cameo, that would have been a 10 for me.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 8.5. Because I did feel like some parts were rushed though. Like the therapist, for example.
Oh yeah, that was poorly written.
And I did feel like here, because when the gang lieutenants started killing their bosses, it reminded me a lot of Godfather. Like, you know how Michael is baptizing. Because the car scene is almost like a ride to hell. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 9 too. Because there were like pictorial moments like that.
Yeah, and also it lacks. I mean, yes, it's a comic, but still, it needs to be more convinced. If they were taking this path, I think they should have been a little more realistic in certain areas. For example, I don't understand why Sophia's keep like going around places with just one or two bodyguards. Where are all her men? Yeah. Remember, she gave them money. She's supposed to have an army. Where are they?
Okay.
And when she was at the airport, where are they?
Yeah.
So that's too convenient for story's sake.
Well, there were a lot of convenience.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a comic book, so yeah, I'm okay with that.
I feel like Salvatore died without a proper finish. Yeah. So minor gripes like that. So I'm still gonna give it a 9. So Jojin movie so awesome gives this a 9. This was definitely a stellar show. Please go watch it if you haven't. If you like just a good show in general. Anyway, guys, we're just gonna we're going to take a very short break and come back with Let's Talk. Wait, Scott Walker, you know how Robert Pattinson is the new Batman? Would he be interested in doing the Penguin back series? No, Walker, like, yeah, he's going to come back for Batman too, Walker. That's not a question. He's going to come back and play Batman. True. Why are all these powerful people all the time? Yeah. Anyway, guys, this has been Joji Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll see you guys with less talk in a bit.
We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.